Cool. So talk about the first time, like what was going on in your life that first time you eyeballed that easel and you really
Hmm.
made that turn towards the refined, what is now refined graffiti.
Yeah. So 20, I think 2017, 2018, I had cancer of my parotid gland, which is in your head. It's like an avocado sized gland in your head. Couple surgeries later, first surgery exploratory, they found cancer. And this is after being in and out of the doctors for like a year, getting
Mhm.
getting it tested for cancer and stuff. Got sketchy after a year. Exploratory surgery, they found it was cancer. My AirPod just fell out. And then so I had to go in for a second surgery. Second surgery was 12 hours. They opened me up from like the top of my ear down to the bottom of my neck. Super extensive surgery. Doctors informed me that, gonna have migraines, gonna be a long, long recovery, essentially. Um, couldn't really use the computer to design clothes anymore because the Blu-rays would make me throw up, give me migraines, all, you know, things that would come with a major concussion. I would kind of,
Yeah, I have a buddy who had a really bad concussion from a car accident, and he couldn't look at screens, but had and also like light sensitivity. Had to wear
yeah,
like special glasses for at least a year,
yeah,
if not longer. Yeah.
yeah. So, it was symptoms of a really bad concussion. And then as well as like, you can't go upstairs. You can't really like sit up fast. You take your time when you wake up in the morning.
Hmm.
And even to this
And you
day,
were
I have
living in
like,
Manhattan, right? You were living
yeah,
in New
I was in
York.
New York.
And did you have
Even
an
to this,
apartment that
I
did
was
you have
one
an
floor
apartment
up,
upstairs?
so I got lucky.
Okay. Yeah.
I was in a one stair walk up, but I didn't leave my apartment. So a couple days after surgery, I found my parents were like, "Do not go back to the city. What are you doing?" I was like, "I got to go back to the city. I want to work
Hmm.
on it." I was like, "I want to work. I can't just sit here." Um, and I think I would have lost my mind if I didn't find this easel. But walking into my apartment building, I found an easel in the garbage, brought the easel up to my apartment, had my buddy bring me some paint and like some canvases, and then I started painting. The easel, might have sat there for a day or two with the paint. And I still have the first robot, and I just found a picture of me painting it the other day. But I painted this background that's like red with like almost blue triangle, like abstract. And then I remember painting like a square in the kind of toward the top, and then it just turned into a robot.
Mm.
I loved the process of it,
That's
and
cool.
it
So
was
you were
kind
kind
of,
of painting, and
yeah,
then all of a sudden a robot revealed itself.
yeah,
Right? It's like it's almost like it wasn't like you were painting a robot. Is you were painting, and then all of a sudden it's like a robot has revealed itself, and
yeah.
it's
And
just
I
it
had,
just came. Yeah.
yeah, it just came. I had like, I think it was like 380 stitches on the outside of my face, and then it was like
Wow.
another somewhere around there on like the actual gland. They cut out 50% of the gland. Um, I have no nerves on this side of my face or anything. Like I cannot feel this, or like when you pinch my ear, like I can't feel it. Um,
Wow.
and yeah, I just fell in love with the process. Eventually, my apartment was a studio, um, and I just painted every day. Then I started to, have robots like pulling wires out of the head because I had like this drainage tube that was clipped to my shirt. It was so disgusting. Yeah, I was like, I literally had like a wire. And when I was in the hospital, you're like wires everywhere
Yeah.
and then, and, doctors told me when you're under, like they have to pull back your nerves and shock them. So there was just like a lot of congruency with like the wires in the robot and kind of what I experienced. Um, if you look at my art from the time that I was recovering from
Yeah.
cancer and from the surgery, the the looks on the robots' faces, I did some Pooh Bears. I did this thing called Dead Mafia, which I'm actually I just found some pictures of like those characters the other day, and I'm gonna kind of repurpose those characters and bring them back. One was like this alien guy. My dad's friend has one, and it's like this alien guy with like gills on the side almost, and he's like giving the middle finger. And my dad's best friend is like, "I love that." My dad's like, "You can take it because I don't like the middle finger." and he got it framed and stuff. There's another Dead Mafia character that is like this alien with a fishbowl on his head, and the fishbowl is like has a fish in it. There's another one with a fishbowl with its brain floating in it. But all those characters had like a scar on the left side of their face, which represented,
Mm,
my
got
surgery.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all the characters look sad. Um, even Dean Kushner at Endicott,
Yeah.
he was like checking out my work, and he was like, "Your robots from when you were sick look sad, and they almost don't look confused, and they almost look like defeated." Where I painted a robot for Endicott while I was there, and he was like, "And this robot almost looks like a superhero with its chest out and stuff." So I guess like my
Mm,
robots have a lot of emotion, and they're kind of a representation of me. And the robots always had flowers in their hands, broken flowers. It was always like a couple broken flowers with one flower sticking straight up to represent, you know, kind of beauty in the broken flowers. And yeah, that was just kind of how I spent my year and a half, was painting robots and Pooh Bears. And, I did really well online at the time. And then my, Madison had like this kind of art fair on the town green, and I sold some of my first paintings. They're probably like this big for
mm,
$40, um, which is just so funny to think back. And
yeah.
I wish I didn't sell them, but that was the
Yeah.
coolest feeling in the world was, oh, you guys actually want to buy this? They're like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, how much? I'm like, I don't know, $40. They're like, okay. And
What would you sell them? What would you sell them for now? I mean, those you maybe wouldn't even sell, but if you were to sell them, what would you sell them for now?
um, I don't even think I would paint
So-
that small,
yeah,
honestly. I've been I've been revisiting, and after the podcast, I'll send you some
yeah.
pictures of my
Okay.
first pieces. Here, maybe I can show. I have a
Yeah,
content folder on
yeah.
my phone. So let me just pull this up, and I haven't put these out online, but okay. So like
Okay.
that's one
Yeah,
of them.
that's dope.
Um, that's one of them.
Oh wow.
Um, and then this was one of them. There was like a poem on the barrel of this gun. So, and that's just what I found. And
A,
then here's
a
the first
poem.
robot.
A poem you
I
wrote.
forget what it says. Yeah.
Yeah,
And here's
yeah.
the first robot.
Oh wow. And then I can see
And you can see all the
on the
little
left
like
side.
the little
Yeah,
ones on the left side.
on the left side. Yeah.
So,
And so
and
that's
that,
all you have of them,
that
then,
robot
like
took me
is those
3 or 4 weeks.
pictures.
Yeah, and that's all I have is those
Wow.
pictures. And I didn't know where
Wow.
this was gonna go. I didn't if I knew where this was gonna go, those would be near and dear to my heart. But
Those folks, whether they're collectors or not, they are now.
yeah,
Real like
there.
if you think like I don't know if you've ever thought of that, like in the future you're doing like something, coming home party, even if it's in Madison, you're doing your own show. You could do like a call to the community, hey, anyone, has or has seen these info, like just if you want to come, for a period, just come, participate in the show. They're still yours, but
Yeah, just a
but do
not
you
for
want to come
sale
like
wall.
yeah, not yeah, do you want to come be a part of this? There might be
Yeah.
some cool ways you can get them to come out of the woodwork.
I definitely am planning to do something partnering with some type of because my dad's really, connected with the food industry in Connecticut.
Yeah,
So, I definitely want to do something in Madison that's kind of a show like that this summer.
yeah.
And
Oh,
just,
cool. All right.
you know, that's one of the
I'll take a drive to Madison. You have to
you
keep me
definitely
posted on
should.
that. Yeah.
100%. And that'll just be a cool show. I'm gonna do like special pricing at that show. It's gonna be kind of like Madison was so supportive in the beginning of my career, and it's I just want to almost have a show that's like thank you
Yeah.
so
Hell
much.
yeah.
You know?
That's awesome.